Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second part of our modules on functions. In the first function module, you just basically learn about void functions, right? Calling a function that does something, and when the function ends, it just goes back to the main program. In this module, we'll be learning about functions that return values, and there's two ways to return a value out of a function. One being a value returning function, which uses a return statement, and the second being reference parameters. So, as always, this is the video you're watching now. We have our module at a glance. You can read this. It tells you what's going to be covered in this module, and also contains a list to our full course schedule. Keep in mind, we are still working in Chapter 6 in this module. We have our videos for our lecture material, and you should be also following along in the textbook. We have an assignment, again, two parts. One part is going to be from the textbook, and the other part is going to be the remainder of the questions in Chapter 6 of My Programming Lab. So when you go into My Programming Lab, you'll see additional questions out there in Chapter 6. Our discussion is going to be a little bit different this time. December 4th through 10th is Computer Science Education Week. It's the first week in December every year in honor of Grace Hopper's birthday. Grace Hopper was one of the first female programmers. And so to get full credit for the discussion, you go to this website, code.org, and I'm just going to go there for a minute. And you can see here, let's see, up in the upper left-hand corner, I know it's a little hard to see, but it says Learn. There's some introductory material here, but if you go to Learn, this is kind of what I'm interested in having you do. There's a lot of different coding activities that are out here, and they're for different grade levels. You know, K through 5, 6 through 12, University Plus. You could check some of these out if you want. Some of them turn into kind of full-blown, university courses. So maybe you can start to look in here. But you can see in the hour of code, you can try 1 hour tutorials. You know, there's different tutorials here. You can go into the learn JavaScript, HTML, CSS. You could try out App Lab or Game Lab or Web Lab, and there's a lot of interesting things here. If you want to learn about JavaScript, you can choose this. This is a programming language, Carol the dog. It's a kind of like a block programming language. All kinds of different things for you to try out. And so Scratch, that's a big one that's used in a lot of high school classes. So here you're to post something that you found interesting or something you might want to try when you have some free time. That's the discussion. Now, you can also get full credit on the discussion and 5 extra credit points on your second lowest quiz grade. That's because the lowest quiz grade is dropped, so that wouldn't really help you getting it on that. To actually try one of these activities, again, click on the Learn tab like I showed you, search through the activities, have it grade 6 or higher is appropriate, right? Doing something at the kindergarten level for somebody in this class wouldn't really be appropriate. Unless I do say here some of the activities are for younger students. So if you have kids or you have a younger sibling and you want to try out an activity with them, then it would be okay to use something that was from a lower grade level. So you're required to post the following information in order to get the extra credit: the name of the activity, why you picked it, how long it took you to complete it, and then I want you to write up an explanation of the activity and what you learned. Okay, so our discussion is a little bit different, but it's a pretty interesting website to try things out on. And then our quiz is going to be in here Tuesday, December 5th and Wednesday, December 6th. It will be available. I've already posted the review materials. I know it's getting towards the end of the semester, so there's a review document. There's some practice with value returning functions. There's some practice with reference parameters. And after you practice or try this, you can open the solution file. So I just kind of put that all out there now so you can plan accordingly. I'm going to go to our calendar. And as you can see, both parts of the assignment will be due on December 1st. Let me just flip to my December. There we go. Then the discussion, you don't really have to respond to other people's. You can if you want, but you don't have to. It'd be great for you to read through them. And that'll be due on the 4th. And then our project 7 will be due here on the 7th. I'm sorry, on the 5th. And then quiz 7 is going to be held on these 2 days right here. I didn't talk about the project, so I'll go back to that in a minute. After that, we have 2 more things. We have a course feedback survey that I'll just ask you to fill out to kind of help me improve my course the next time I teach it. And then we do have a final quiz in this course. It's worth 2 quiz grades, and it's not really much longer than a regular quiz, but it is comprehensive in nature. And there will be review materials posted for this as well. Okay. Let me just go back because I think I didn't talk about the project, so I want to go in here. Okay. The project has very specific instructions because I'm checking to see that you can write value returning functions. So you have to read the instructions, write a program, and I've very specifically, I'm giving you the prototype of the function you need to write, and you need to call it 4 times. Then you need to write a second function, and I've given you the prototype, and notice it has 2 reference parameters in it, and then a display function. So very specifically follow your instructions, start early. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you have any questions at all on the module, as always, please send me an email and let me know.